Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Daniel Dubois did it to himself. Now, let me tell you something. I did a video a year ago where I predicted what's happening in the heavyweight division would happen. And it's happening right now. Things got a little bit squirrely with Tyson Fury deciding to retire. But you remember I was saying that I felt that there were some additional benefits to Joseph Parker hooking up with Tyson Fury. I was even calling Joseph Parker the Gypsy Kiwi. And I was talking about the secret society, and I also said if everything with Joseph Parker was on the up and up, job well done. But I said I just feel like Joseph Parker is going to end up getting to the top of the heavyweight division with Tyson Fury. Now you look at what happened. Fury retired. Dubois was supposed to fight Parker. We still don't know what happened there. But Dubois supposedly succumbed to the mystery illness. Parker fought Bacoli. Then Usyk said he wants to fight Dubois, right? And that is the direction things were going. All of us were out here like, damn, boy, they jerked Parker to kind of protect Dubois, even though I felt he would beat Parker, but you just never know because Parker's a good fighter. And that way they wanted Usyk and Dubois to go forward, and Parker would fight someone like Caballel or whoever and get screwed. But now you look at what's happening. Exactly what I said. Check this out. Video I did a year ago. I'm going to play a couple minutes of it. What I said would happen is exactly what is happening right now. Exactly what's happening. Okay? Listen to this. Unless he knocks Parker out cold, he'll never win that fight. Parker and Tyson Fury have a symbiotic relationship. Them guys is like twins, man. You know what I'm saying? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. Except here you got Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker. You just sit back and watch. Joseph Parker now is talking about fighting Tyson Fury. Y'all not listening to this? All of a sudden now he's talking about fighting Tyson Fury. If I have to, I will. Whoa. What makes you so sure? Where is this coming from? It's just like Derek Chisora betting all that money for Anthony Joshua to knock out Francis Ngannou in the second round. And he knocked him out in the second round. Y'all paying attention to this stuff? I said it in the video. The plan is for Joseph Parker to get to the top of the heavyweight division with Tyson Fury. I already said it. And now we're seeing. Now let's see what happens next. I think Zhang will knock him out, but if Zhang can't knock him out, Parker will beat him. And then Parker will go on, and he's probably going to fight AJ. And Daniel Dubois' name out here circulating, but he's going to fight somebody again. But Joseph Parker is on an amazing run. Hey, if everything is on the up and up, job well done to Joseph Parker. But for me, I can't help but believe that there's been some kind of additional benefit to him rededicating himself to the sport. I do think there's an additional benefit to him being so close to Tyson Fury. That's why I'm calling Joseph Parker the Gypsy Kiwi, because he seems to have all the stars lined up for him to just keep getting a step closer to the top of the heavyweight division. All the stars lined up for him to just keep getting a step closer to the top of the heavyweight division, because he seems to have all the stars lined up for him to just keep getting a step closer to the top of the heavyweight division, just like Tyson Fury. Y'all keep cool, I'm in the breeze. All right. I did that video a year ago. Yo, Hood Champion over here predicting the future, right? Now, I'm going to say this. Daniel Dubois now has to fight Derek Chisora. And I understand everybody saying, well, the sanctioning bodies have spoken. They want Dubois to fight Chisora and Parker to fight Usyk. It is not a common practice, even though I let people know, just because you have two fighters who want to fight each other for undisputed, I always say this, that doesn't mean it happens. And I get people out here say, no, it takes precedence. No, it doesn't. The sanctioning bodies have to sign off on it. And I even use the example of when the WBC blocked Bertabiev and Bivol and forced Caleb Smith as a WBC mandatory on Bertabiev. Right? So I learned then. Also, when I went and read through about 200 articles, I read about the corruption in boxing and how promoters grease the palms of these sanctioning bodies to make sure certain fights are made and certain fights are prevented. Now, when I look at what's happening here, I just can't understand why they wouldn't go forward with the undisputed distinction because of the money. But this is going to give Joseph Parker a great opportunity. And when you look at Daniel Dubois, is he going to lose to Derek Chisora? No. So this could be a case of Frank Warren and the secret society saying, you know what? Let's take care of Chisora. He wants to retire. Daniel Dubois put him out of his misery. Okay? So Daniel Dubois is safe. He'll still be the IBF champion. And we don't have to worry about, step aside money and dealing with the sanctioning bodies. We'll have Parker fight Usyk. Either way it goes, it's going to be good because Dubois is going to get the winner. Now, what are the chances of Parker beating Usyk? I'm going to tell you right now, I think Parker has a good chance. Usyk, I keep saying this when it comes to these fighters. Deontay Wilder had a pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had a pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought Wilder. AJ had a pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought Andy Ruiz. Usyk had a pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought AJ. Tyson Fury had a pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought Usyk. Then Usyk had another pound of flesh taken out of him when he fought Fury. I say all that to say this. Usyk is not the same. Parker is fresher. Parker has confidence. And I still believe that Parker, who is already a tremendous fighter, he has somebody looking out for him. I'm not saying they're fixing fights. Some things don't make sense to me, but Parker has done the work. They may put him in line. Hey, this is the fight we're going to get you, but you got to win it. And Parker is doing the business. Got to give the big Uso credit for getting in there and winning because he could easily lose those fights. He almost lost that Shane fight, but he figured out how to scramble and scrape his way to a decision. Anyway, he's in this position now, and I said he would end up somehow, stars lining up, getting to the top of the heavyweight division. He's just not facing Fury, and that's because Usyk beat Fury twice, or he would have been facing Fury, like I said. Daniel Dubois shouldn't have got sick, or whatever he was told. But I truly believe, and this is just me. Y'all know I'm all about the conspiracy theory. I'm sure they believe they sat back in Saudi and they drew up the game plan and said, hey, let's run an audible here. This is the play I wanted to execute, but we're going to do something a little different. And you're still going to get your opportunity, Dubois. But we need to check a box for Chisora because he's done so much for British boxing. And Chisora is well connected in Saudi. You come fight Chisora, which should be an easy win for you. Chisora gets the fight for a title. He'll lose, fight in front of almost 100,000 fans, make several $1 million. He can set off into the sunset. Then you win, you stay active, and then you come back and you fight the winner, Parker Usyk. Parker, this is the direction we want things to go, but you got to get past Bacoli. Let me tell you, that fight could have gone left for Parker, but Parker managed, he figured it out, got Bacoli out of there. And Usyk has been sitting back inactive. So, interesting times. I told y'all, people going to be shocked at these fights that are being announced. Because I'm going to tell you, I would have never saw in a million years Chisora and Dubois. So I guess that's my question. Did Dubois do this to himself? Because you know he came out and he talked, but I'm gonna be honest, man. They didn't convince me that Dubois had a virus or something that would warrant him pulling out the fight. It almost sounds devoid of the truth. But hey, all we can do is sit back and take them at their word. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Daniel Dubois and Chisora seems to be what it is. Dubois doesn't seem happy, but he doesn't have a choice. Parker and Usyk seems to be that's what it is. The undisputed doesn't take precedence. Whatever Frank Warren was saying, looked like he was overridden by the powers that be. And it's amazing when you look at the pendulum swinging, one direction and back the other way. I tell you what, man, change to the change when it comes to boxing, especially in the heavyweight division. And we know when Turkey's in the house every day is Thanksgiving. It's going to be what he wants. And to be honest with you, a little surprised, but not that surprised. Because I said a year ago that this is exactly what would happen. I just thought with Fury retiring and Dubois and being the animal he was, and when you really look at who deserves to fight the most, in Dubois and the opponents he faced, and they were undefeated, and the last three, and Parker, the last three opponents he faced, they had all had losses, and you look at how he went life and death with Zhang. I just felt to me that Dubois earned the fight, but that's not what's going to happen now. What I don't know is where Parker and Usyk, the fight's going to take place. But remember, all of this shit can change again. I'm just trying to keep y'all up with what's going on, keep a pulse on it, because, like that heavyweight division is intriguing to me. There's so much shit there, just trying to figure it out and to speculate, predict, and dialogue about the next move. And I've been getting it right most of the time. But I realize that, there's always some kind of refinement that's taking place. And, we just got to roll with the punches. Danny Dubois, that's the question. Did he do it to himself, or is the secret society screwing him? If that fight's held in the UK, they screwed him. Because Parker ain't from the UK, Usyk ain't from the UK. Even though the UK love Usyk, and I think they love Parker, but they're not Daniel Dubois. Now, if the fight goes to Saudi, it is what it is. So let's sit back and see what's going to happen. Anyway, keep cool. I told you so. In the breeze.